Up top blessings. Good afternoon, family. I'm Lynette Grayson, a motivational speaker and a published author. I want to share some Black history. This is Bessie Blunt Griffin. She is an inventor, physical therapist, and forensic scientist. Attended She is an inventor, physical therapist, and forensic scientist. Attended a nursing program at Community Kennedy Memorial Hospital, Newark, New Jersey, which was a hospital run for African Americans by African Americans. Became not only the first African American, but also the first woman to be featured on the WCAU Philadelphia television show, The Big Idea, in 1953. During World War II, she worked as a physical therapist for injured soldiers. In 1951, Bessie invented an electronic feeding device, which was controlled by the bite of the individual. Once the person bit down on the tube, the device would deliver a mouthful of food. Patent and invented a device that was able to help a person with one arm hold something close to their face called the portable receptacle support. Became Portsmouth Police Department's chief document examiner in the 1970s. Katherine Johnson, mathematician, graduated from college at the age of 18, double majoring in mathematics and French. Started working for the National Advisory Committee for Aeronautics, NACA, in 1953, where she learned they were hiring African American women to be their computers. After NACA became NASA, Catherine was selected to be one of the people to try to figure out how to get humans into space and work backwards in order to make sure the calculators would work. Worked on the calculation to help get the Apollo astronauts home from the moon. In 2015, then President Barack Obama honored Catherine with the Presidential Medal of Freedom, which is the highest honor for United States civilians. In 2016, the story of Catherine, Dorothy Vaughan, and Mary Jackson was told in the box office smash Hidden Figures. David Blackwell, mathematician and professor. Blackwell graduated high school and went off to college at the age of 16, graduating with his PhD in his early 20s. Blackwell began teaching as a professor in 1942, teaching at Southern University in Baton Rouge, Clark College in Atlanta, and Howard University in Washington, D.C., where he became department head. In 1954, he went to work at the University of California. Due to lack of funds, Boykin went to work creating his own inventions. In 1959, he received a patent for his wire precision resistor, which would be used in radios and televisions. In the early 1960s, Boykin furthered his resistor invention by creating one which could handle temperature changes. Boykin also invented the control unit for the pacemaker, which used electrical impulses that would stimulate the heart to help create a steady heartbeat. By the time Otis passed away in 1982, he had 26 patents to his name. Mary Jackson, mathematician hired by NACA in 1951 as a human computer in the West Computers area. Moved to the Compressibility Research Division of NACA in 1953. Considered resigning due to separate and unequal logic. A supervisor heard her complaints and invited her to work for him and take engineering classes. She was eventually promoted to aeronautical engineer, historically making her NASA's first African American engineer. Co-authored a report at NASA titled Effects of Nose Angle and Mach Number on Transition on Cones at Supersonic Speeds in 1958. In the 1970s, Jackson began focusing on helping other minorities and women advance in their careers as the Federal Women's Program Manager in the Office of Equal Opportunity Programs. In 2016, the story of Mary Katherine Johnson and Dorothy Vaughan was told, and the box office smash Hidden Figures. Chaiki Obai, mathematician, professor, Nigerian politician, first Nigerian to receive a PhD in mathematics, considered a pioneer in mathematics in Nigeria because of his work in mathematical research. While working as a politician, he helped establish the political party named the Dynamic Party of Nigeria. As a professor, he established the Nana Institute for Scientific Studies, where he spent time working on mathematical formulas. During his research at the Nana Institute for Scientific Studies, he compiled a report where he showed his proof of Fermat's last theorem, one of the few mathematicians to be able to do so.